There are three altcoins that are on sale that can make you a lot of money. And in this video, I'm going to share which of those three altcoins we're going to be talking about. Also, we got a bonus one towards the end. So make sure you stay tuned. With the halving approaching and the cryptocurrency markets taking a dive, there are a lot of fire sale good prices on some top tier altcoins. And the first one being Solana, $34. After seeing Solana reach a high over $210, we're seeing it drop to $125 over the weekend and now sitting at $134. Still ranked number 5 with a market cap of around $59 billion. So we believe Solana can get into the $500, $600, $700 as long as the transaction volume, the DEX volume, the onboarding of new users, and Fire Dancer rolls out successfully. As long as that can happen, you're looking at a potential 4 to 5x from a top 5 cryptocurrency. We take a look at the Solana chart here on the daily. You can see here from our big move, this was back in 24th of February of this year, where Solana went from pretty much $99 all the way up to a high of around $210. And I'm going to pull the fibs here. So the high was around $210. We're seeing a almost perfect, well, pretty much a perfect retrace all the way down to the 786 level. This is where we saw Solana get down to around $122 over the weekend as tensions in the Middle East. That is a pretty deep retracement from its original move up from, again, $100 to $210. So this would be a great place to stock up on some Solana if you're waiting for a big dip, or if you're looking to get exposure for the first time and you missed the initial pump. We are currently printing a hammer candle, which signifies a reversal in trend. And so this appears at the bottom of a downtrend. So this is a positive candle. We'll see how the markets shake out. There's a lot of uneasiness going on in the world, but these are all buying opportunities. As Warren Buffett says, buy when there's blood in the streets. Take a look at some on-chain data from Solana. So we know the network was congested. We actually have an update on that as well in this video. So non-vote transactions on Solana. So these are, so you have different transactions. You have transactions that people are voting for governance, right? And for upgrades. You also have transactions that people are actually swapping, buying, minting NFTs, and so on and so forth. So this is non-vote transactions. So actual money moving around the ecosystem. This is climbing up. So there is a discrepancy between how much volume we're seeing and the price actually going down. Call it a bullish divergence if you'd like. The number of active addresses on Solana is starting to tick back up again. And then the other one I want to show you was validator tips. So these are on the up again, which shows that the network and the validators are making money, which means that people are using the ecosystem. Take a look at the open interest. Solana is in the green. So this open interest is essentially, hey, are people interested on Wall Street, CME, in buying and potentially getting a position in Solana? The answer is yes. As we see here, 1.73% change over the last 1 hour across the board. Binance, Bybit, OKX, BitGet, all the top tier exchanges. And then, of course, we saw the big network congestion as meme coins were absolutely flying on Solana. Well, they did roll out an update to tackle the network congestion. Did take a little longer than I would have liked, as there was about a 7 to 10 days where the network was congested, transactions weren't going through, but still, it was still cheaper. It was still a lot faster than something that happened with Ethereum back in 2021 as the network was bogged down. But this seems to be fixed. And then once Fire Dancer, the new validator client, goes live, and if it goes live without a hitch and it does what it's supposed to do, the days of congestion, no matter what the transaction throughput is or how many transactions are being put on the Solana network, those days are going to be gone. And so you're going to have a network that's extremely fast, extremely cheap, doesn't get congested, and everything happens on the layer 1, essentially removing all the different pain points and barriers. So that is your first altcoin. The second one is Filecoin. Now, Filecoin serves a depend narrative. It's currently sitting under $6. Now, Filecoin was a cryptocurrency that rallied all the way up to $240. It is now sitting at $6. Not saying that it's going to get back to the previous, but a lot of good things are happening in the Filecoin ecosystem. Take a look at Filecoin from the daily. I'm going to show you how in tandem the crypto markets are and why it is so important to make sure you do your research and watch videos like this to give you an idea of, hey, which ones. If we take a look at the Filecoin move from around $4 up to its top. You can see here, actually, we're going to draw it from this one right here. You can see here, almost identical in terms of, hey, are we catching support around the 786 level? We did dip below and close below the 786 level, but the very next day we came back up and we got rejected as resistance. And now we are currently trading below. So we almost gave back every single dollar of this move up to $12, but there is still a lot of things happening in the Filecoin ecosystem. The big one being the Filecoin virtual machine. So the Filecoin virtual machine, also known as the FVM, is a runtime environment for smart contracts on the Filecoin network. It brings user programmability to Filecoin, unleashing the enormous potential of an open data economy. You can see here some of the builders that are building on there. Some of these logos you'll know: SushiSwap, Axelar, Seller, Osmosis is working on it. So they're onboarding a lot of chains and projects into their ecosystem. And Filecoin is developing into something more than just, hey, store your data online. So this was from the Filecoin Summit. So this is, I'm not going to play the video. I have another video I'm going to show you after this, but this is Claudia Rochot talking about what they're doing, what they're building, and how they're onboarding people. So enterprise grade storage solution built on top of Filecoin. We built replication, aggregation, staging, a hot storage layer, cybersecurity, and ACLs, end-to-end encryption, privacy provenance, strong SLA compliance, and insurance intended to extended to the entire network. Fast, easy, user-friendly. There's incentives such as partner programs that pay SPs in fiat, and Web2 facing branding and marketing. So Filecoin has really come out of the gates, and they're looking to expand their network. And then this I want to show you again from the Filecoin Summit. This is Porter Stowell from the Filecoin Foundation talking about how people are building on Filecoin.
This is a way that we're driving organic leads into the ecosystem and putting those leads, qualifying them, directing them into our ecosystem. These are fiat cash flows where it makes it very easy for clients to get their data onto the network. We have Steel Dome and their InfiniVault project. This is like a classic Web 2.5 play, where how can you offer all tiers of data storage, anti-ransomware, disaster recovery, and more of a solution sales for those clients looking for more of a holistic data solution versus just archival. And they make it easy for Web 2 companies in particular to just begin to allocate some of their archival storage into Web 3.
If you watch this channel, you know me. I'm all about ease of use, making things easy, making things practical. And that is what Filecoin is looking to do. Now, your third coin is Gala. So Gala is currently sitting at 4.1 cents. It did have an all-time high of around 70 cents. So you're looking at a little less than a 10x away from the top gaming chain in the entire cryptocurrency ecosystem, coming in at number 61. Did get to an all-time high market cap of around 6 billion, currently sitting at 1.56, fully diluted 2 billion. Now they did move from a ERC token to their own Gala chain. This is a few months ago, about a year ago. And then Gala on the daily, again, very similar to what the rest of the charts look like. And if we draw the fibs from where we saw that move from around 2 cents up to around 8 cents, almost identical to what we saw on Solana, just a perfect bounce off our 786 level. And so these are great areas to start picking up altcoins. There are people who are selling off due to certain circumstances or whatever's happening. Maybe it's personal reasons. But if you have dry powder on the side, these are the dip opportunities that we wait for in a bull market. People tend to think that, hey, we're in a bull market, you should completely stop buying. That is not true. Even in bull markets, you are going to get 78% retraces, 30% retraces. And this is where you add to your position, or you take profits at the top, wait for it to dip that 30, 35%, and then level back in, take the rest up as profit, and you keep the same amount of coins that you had before you sold. Taking a look here from this was from the galachains.com. Big start to a massive year. Gala Chain Q1 recap. Of course, we know Q1 ended in March. So a couple things of note here I want to share. The release of our Gala Chain Software Developer Kit and Creators Portal at the beginning of 2024 was a culmination of this diligent testing and refinement. While many of our experiences with Gala Chain were in games, we've had the chance to experiment with a wide variety of applications on the Gala Chain outside of games. With the Gala Chain software developer kit in hand, any developer can start crafting a project on Gala Chain or plug an existing project into the wonderful world of Web3. So they're giving you options. Build something from scratch or just leverage something that we've already built on a foundational level. The launch of tools like Gala Swap and the community-built block explorers provided vital support to anyone innovating on the Gala Chain. New people are building on Gala Chain, and new applications are pushing the limits of what's possible through blockchain technology. Taking a look at some on-chain metrics here. New adoption rate for Gala. So this is the percentage of new addresses making their first transaction. You can see here, this was about last Monday, or this was in March. We saw a high of around 58%. We're currently sitting at around 45%. So 45% of transactions are from new wallets. What does that mean? They're onboarding new people onto their blockchain. And last one as well, large holder net flow. You can see over the last 7 days, over 19,000% in net inflows from large holders. What does that mean? That means whales are accumulating Gala. Take a look here. It completely makes sense. As you can see from the upcoming ICOs, IEOs, and IDOs, sorted by the amount of money they've raised, highest to lowest, you can see here there is a lot of money flowing into gaming as GameFi holds the 2nd, 3rd, the 7th, 8th, 9th spots in. So they hold 5 spots in the top 10 as far as money being raised is going into the gaming sector. With big games like Star Atlas, Off the Grid. Of course, we know Illuvium's a big one. And then Ubisoft just announcing they launched their own Web3 game. A lot of eyes are on Web3. A lot of gaming developers are coming into Web3 to build the next plethora of blockchain gaming. And speaking of games, Gala has a vast variety, a big catalog of games after their acquirement of Ember Entertainment. And these are all games that people are playing. Big things are happening on Gala Chain. And at 4 cents, you're looking at an easy 10x from the top gaming chain. I mean, it doesn't get much easier than that. Now, to tell you there's one bonus chain. Before I share the bonus chain, do me a favor here. Like the video and comment which of the 3 coins I shared so far are you most bullish on. Now let's talk about DeFi, right? DeFi is massive. Well, what is the most massive liquid chain? That is Ethereum. All the liquidity, not all, but majority, lives on Ethereum. And what is the number 1 DeFi protocol on Ethereum? That is Aave. $84.87 for Aave is an absolute steal, coming in at number 75. Again, they are the largest, overtaking Compound from the last cycle, the largest DeFi platform on the largest layer 1 with more liquidity than all other chains combined. We take a look at Aave's chart. I bet you if I draw the fibs here again, we're going to see another retest of the 786 level. But again, these are all opportunities as nothing changed on the foundational level, on the fundamental level of Aave, whether it's in the code, whether it's in the users, the holders, delistings, like nothing changed. It's just all speculation. And what do? We buy these dips, and that's how we build our positions. Currently trading again at $85. Aave did get to a current high, a local high of around $154. A lot of things are happening on Aave. If you're not familiar, you can earn interest, borrow, lend, and build applications on their platform. It is decentralized. Over $16.7 billion of liquidity is currently locked on the Aave platform. You can see here all the different markets they have available for you to borrow, supply, and earn yield on. Of course, some things like Bitcoin you can't really earn yield on, but you can borrow and lend and earn money that way in a peer-to-peer style. Also, a big one here is their Go stablecoin. Go is a native decentralized collateral-backed digital asset pegged to USD. It is created by users via borrowing against multiple collaterals. When users repay their Go borrow position, the protocol burns those Go tokens. All the interest payments accrued by miners of Go would be directly transferred to the Aave DAO treasury. Currently has a borrow rate of 13.8%. But if you stake Aave, you can borrow for less. So you can borrow for less than 10%. Now, why is that important? Well, you take a look at if you want to borrow money in the real world now, and we're going to say real world, I mean going to your bank, submitting an application. Hey, I need to borrow 10 grand. You're probably paying more than 15, 20%, whether it's a personal loan, line of credit, or whether you get issued a credit card. You can come here, if you have crypto you don't want to sell, you can leverage that in a decentralized way. And if you stake Aave tokens, you can borrow, let's say 10,000 in their stable coin, circle that into DeFi, whatever you need to do with it, bring it back and get all your crypto back without having to worry about selling your crypto, taking a big tax hit, or just not letting go of your bag. So great things are happening on Aave. And then I do want to share this. Chainlink and Aave continue to collaborate for their Go token. They have expressed their commitment to collaborate in the future to further Go, a decentralized and over-collateralized stablecoin that is native to the Aave protocol. Could this be the decentralized stablecoin that becomes the pillar of the entire cryptocurrency space? The answer is potentially yes. And if the answer is yes, Aave is going to absolutely melt faces. We hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Also, come check out our live show Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you in the next one. Peace.